Good morning. I've been having some interesting thoughts this morning. Wanted to just make a video, see if anybody resonates with it, because it's interesting. So, I've been having a lot of experiences the last few months and really the last year since my ex-wife and I separated. And I felt very connected to a specific person who I know is, going to be kind of like the person I do the rest of this journey with, right? And there was a point a few months ago where I had this like massive mushroom experience. I took like a heroic dose. I took 6 grams, and it was an absolute revelation of just like confirming everything I've been learning about reality creation and consciousness and all this stuff. And over the next few weeks, I was connecting with this specific person's energy more and more. And then around the time of the eclipse, I had several and this was the total eclipse at the beginning of April, so the second of the 2 eclipses from this past eclipse season. And I had several really significant inner moments where, I was having massive rushes of energy and revelations about who I am, And I also had this alignment activation reading with someone who is very, very connected, and it was absolutely beautiful and transformative. And I came to the realization, like, oh, I am living as my higher self. Like, I have made this transition. I have healed and found my wholeness, And there was such confidence in, like, who I am. Like, I'm this alchemist and magician archetype, warrior archetype, and all these different things, and just felt so connected with my heart, with spirit, with everything that I am. And I just, that week after the eclipse, I just had so many incredible intuitive experiences and massive rushes of energy and downloads and dreams and visions of what I might be doing and all these things, and part of my life purpose and my dharma and all that, and what I hope to be creating and experiencing over the next however many years and all that. And I came to a realization because after that week where the energy was intense. The most intense energies I felt were during that week of my entire life. And it was such a transformative period. And what has followed, though, for the last 2 months has been nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I thought that after that week of brilliance, that's the only way I can explain it. It was absolutely wonderful and incredible and magical and amazing. And I thought things were going to move faster. I thought in the 3D, but of course that's not how it works, right? Because you manifest and you have these dreams and you visions and you bring them down, and then the universe has to move the parts around and align you with those frequencies, and move the cooperative parts so that things can go. And of course we know life happens in seasons here and cycles. And it feels, I've been feeling like this is not the first time I have lived this particular incarnation, this particular life. It doesn't feel like it's the first time. It feels like I've done it maybe several times, because honestly, it's getting really good. Like, I'm starting to see, like, oh, this could be a really fun story. I'm really excited that my consciousness is centered, focused on Brian right now, because this is turning out to be a pretty cool story. I'm pretty excited to see how it plays out. But it feels like it's not the first time, because it feels like I'm ahead of schedule, if that makes sense. It feels like there was this massive leap in a very short amount of time, and now there's been nothing, just nothing. And so it feels like and I've had all this free time, so I've been doing a lot of introspection and self-reflection and sort of like, and working on certain insecurities and stuff that were still there that I know I need to face to like move into that next phase of my life. And I had those conversations, and I probably spent too much time on it, to be honest, like, but I was just bored, like, and that's what it's been. I've just been bored. And I also believe, I believe in the idea that if you're bored, then you're probably boring. And so I guess I've been pretty boring the past couple months. Which is, I don't know, I've just been, like waiting for things to come in that I thought were going to come in sooner, and they haven't. And now I'm just sort of getting to the realization, like, there was like a shame, like the toxic shame wound of like if I'm not doing more, if I'm not always doing something, that I'm failing, that I'm I'm not making things happen. But that's not really what I believe needs to happen. Like, of course you need to be willing to do stuff when opportunities arise, but if you feel like you're forcing things, and to me, doing anything that feels out of alignment, I could tell it feels very forced, and I hate forcing things. I don't like doing that. It is not who I am, and it is not good for me, for manifesting things and for creating and experiencing new parts of life and stuff like that. And so I started to realize, like, the anxiety I was feeling and the uncertainty I was feeling, and just like the feeling of I need to do more, or something's wrong because nothing's happening. Now I'm starting to see that I'm just ahead of schedule, and it's okay, and I can do anything I want right now, or I can just rest. And that's kind of what I've been doing, is just sort of resting, relaxing, building up energy, because this next season then, of course, which starts in a couple weeks with the solstice, I'm really excited to see what this next season of Brian brings. It's gonna be a fun one. Next season of Earth. I wonder, what it's gonna be, but I know things are gonna change, because that's one of the constants of the universe, of reality, is that everything changes. And so if you feel like you've been stuck for a while, if you feel like things have slowed down and it's been kind of boring and nothing's really going on, I'll give you some advice from Thoth, actually. It's a cool dude. Just chill out, man. I need to remind myself of that a lot. Just chill out. Like, things are going just fine. You're gonna be just fine. So just some thoughts. What's going on this morning? Hope you guys are having a great morning. Have a great day. I love you. And I'll talk to you later.